It's playing for the new Cy-Hawk Trophy. We pick it up in the first quarter. Steele Jantz buying time, finding Aaron Horn. Nice adjustment. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. They missed the extra point. 6-0 Iowa State. Now 9-6 Iowa State. 1:15 to go. Iowa in field goal range. Ready for the tie, but Jake Knott, the star for ISU, knocks down the pass with one hand and intercepts it on his own. Ball game over. Iowa State wins the Cy-Hawk Showdown for the second straight year. 9-6 the final.
Huge. We're in year 4 of our program. If you look at our non-conference schedule, the last 3 years when we've been represented in bowls, 2 years, we played pretty good in the non-conference schedule. So to have the opportunity to be going for our 3rd victory next week in those non-conference games is very important to our overall season success.
We can take a lot of positives from this game, but there's also some negatives from both sides of football. I mean, looking forward, it's just great to have this second win. I know it was a little ugly at times, but we got the job done.
First quarter, Steele Jantz back to pass, buying time, finding Aaron Horn, wide open, touchdown. Cyclones missed the extra point. It was 6-0 at that point. Later in the first, James Vandenberg setting his feet, firing to Keenan Davis, breaks a tackle, turns on the Jets. Great run. That got him down into field goal range. The Hawkeyes would settle for a field goal. It was 6-3. There's Mike Myers splitting the post for the Hawks. Later in the first, ISU on the doorstep. Seantrell Johnson inside, stopped up, so he goes outside, gets hit as he goes down. The ball cues on the sideline and stays inbounds. Hawkeyes recover and end the threat. Second quarter now. ISU once again back down in the red zone. Can't get anything done. So they hit the 22-yard field goal. It's 9-3 Cyclones. Later in the second, Steele Jantz, play action, sets his feet across the middle. Tom Donatel jumps the route, steals it for the Hawkeyes, and we're going the other way after the nice return penalty brought part of it back, but the Cyclones would return the favor. James Vandenberg picked off by Jaquez Washington. Center fielder out there is safety, and he hauls it in, and we're going the other way. It is 9-3 at the half. Into the third quarter, the defense would hold again. Keenan Davis tight ropes the line. It's called a touchdown. He actually stepped out of bounds at the 4. It gets called back. The defense hold the Hawkeyes, kick a field goal. It's 9-6. Steele Jantz trying to manufacture some more magic. Across the middle into the end zone, picked off by Hawkeye junior linebacker James Morris. We're going the other way, but the Hawkeyes can't capitalize again. Neither one of these teams could really do anything inside the red zone. Vandenberg looking for C.J. Fedorowicz. Off his hands, incomplete on 4th down. They turn it over on downs. Late in the game, Iowa gets the ball back, marching down in field goal range to tie the game. Vandenberg for Fedorowicz, but Jake Knott, the play of the game, jumps up with one hand, knocks it down, and seals it. The INT, and the Cyclones take the Cy-Hawk Showdown. 9-6 the final. They claim that Cy-Hawk Trophy once again.
Paul, will this game go down as the game people realize how we can play this team this week?
Well, it's one game. It's one game. They rose up, certainly, time and time again. A lot of big plays. A lot of Wally has a category he calls third down stops, and there were a lot of guys, a lot of individuals that were making third down stops, whether it was breaking up passes or making key tackles. Great team defense that they played as 11 guys throughout the afternoon.
Coach, talk about the 3 times inside the red zone and.
Give it to me again. Give it to me again.
Talk about the goal line stand there when Davis was pushed out the 3-yard line. Talk about a little bit. It ended up being huge, but how'd your defense regroup at that point after the turnover?
Well, you know, you get the right call made. You get the right call made. Guy stepped out of bounds. You get the right call, so you get an opportunity to go down and go out and play defense again. And you know. You put a little gauge on what the mood of that huddle's at like when they go back out on the field, and you know, it would have been 50-50 whether we would have gone out there and rose up and made that kind of stop. First down, they gain a yard. The second down play was big, and that occurs on the line of scrimmage. That's guys with their hands down, getting off the football and controlling their gap and controlling the line of scrimmage, and they did that successfully on that play. nice coverage on the third down, about ad-libbed long enough to make a play and convert the touchdown.
Coach, it's just game 2, I realize, but how much does it...
How come you didn't pick us to win today? Matter of fact, the whole Cedar Rapids paper was over. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Faster.
Number 20 decided to go win the football game.
I dove on him and told him I loved him right away.
That's Jake Knott for you, though. He'll do that game in, game out.
It's an interception that not only cemented Iowa State's win over the Hawkeyes, it solidified senior linebacker Jake Knott as one of the greats at Iowa State.
Dave Wanstead said, we were playing West Virginia, and he said, these are the games that legends are made in. Jake Knott made that kind of play in a series that will have him go down in history for that play he made.
He's a great player, and Jake always steps up and makes big plays when he has to. Just another example of that today.
I wasn't going to be able to catch it with 2 hands right away, but I knew if I could just tip it the right way, it might be able to fall back down. So, yeah, lucky enough, and sometimes luck's better than skill, I guess.
He's a huge playmaker. He's not afraid to stick his nose in somewhere and make a play, and, you know, he does whatever it takes to give it up for our team.
The pick was just the cherry on top of a great day for Knott and the ISU defense, allowing only 2 field goals.
And not just him, but the whole defense. When they step up like that, you're just so happy for them and so happy that you won.
A 9-6 final may not seem memorable, but for ISU and Knott, today's game is one to remember.
I think it's definitely something like that to happen when you understand the rivalry and you've been here and you've seen it all. It's kind of a dream come true almost to be able to do that for Coach Paul Rose, a guy that's believed in me since day one and always wanted me to go out there and gave me every opportunity that I could take.
Who knows how high he was in the air, what the level of the ball was when he made the play, but to do that after 59 minutes of football with our backs against the wall, momentum clearly in their favor, and then have the presence of mind to settle and find it and intercept it. You don't make better plays than that in this game.